Hey guys, hope you all crispy and crunchy. It's Sayori and Matty here, and welcome back to Sayori's route of DDLC Purist mod. We spent the entire last day of this game in bed, accompanied by Sayori, luckily, who told us even more about her childhood or her mental state back then, and even what she feels right now. So we got to know a lot. That's what I wanted to say. About her and her past and her present and so on and so on. And now it's the next day and she's at my bed. So, I open my eyes to see Sayori standing over my bed holding a steaming hot cup of tea in her hands. I feel a faint smile creep up on my face upon seeing her. Morning!
Well, it's technically afternoon, but you looked so peaceful in your sleep that I couldn't bring myself to wake you up.
She puts the cup of tea down in my nightstand and feels my forehead.
How are you feeling?
I try to reply, but my cough is still pretty violent today. There was no today, but it is today. Sayori sighs deeply, clearly disappointed with herself.
I was hoping you'd feel better.
I do. It just takes a while to recover. I look directly at her. How about you, Sayori? She smiles a radiant smile.
I told you yesterday, don't worry about me. I'm tougher than I look. Besides, I'm here because I want to take care of you.
She mutters the last line to herself, her voice sounding more distant as she does. Sayori? She notices the concern in my voice and shakes it off.
It's nothing. I was just talking to myself, is all. I guess I'm weird like that.
I think it's kinda cute. She takes her hand off my forehead and backs away. Is it just in my imagination, or does she tense up for a few seconds after I call her cute?
Anyway, I figured that since it's already past noon, that I should wake you up. It won't do you any good if you sleep the entire day away.
Her expression darkens.
I speak from personal experience, after all.
Sayori's acting weird. Could this be her depression acting up again? Sayori, is something wrong? She shakes her head and smiles brightly.
No, it's nothing. I just feel a little tired, I guess.
Come to think of it, I did read that people suffering from depression often have sleep issues. I think I should feel well enough to get up. You can go home if you want to rest.
No, please don't.
The desperation and fear in her voice is enough to make me flinch. She tries to smile, but I can't tell from her eyes that she's scared of something. Sayori, please tell me what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. Everything's all good.
Sayori? She clenches her fists.
Please, Maddie, just focus on your own recovery, okay? You worrying about me makes me feel really uncomfortable.
There you go.
I want to help others, but please, don't worry about me.
I shake my head and tell her that I can't do that.
Why? Why is it? It should be easy enough. You can't just continue doing like you've always done.
It's not that simple. A friendship is a mutual relationship. Upon hearing the words mutual relationship, Sayori seems to hesitate for a second. However, she regains her composure almost instantly and takes a cup of tea in both her hands.
Anyway, just drink this up. I made it less intense than yesterday. And please don't tell me to leave.
I sigh. Sure, I only said that out of concern since you seem tired. She falls silent and makes it clear she won't reply until I drink the herbal tea she brewed. With a sinking feeling of defeat, I put the cup to my lips and slowly make small gulps to drink up the steaming hot tea. Just like Sayori said, it's less intense. I feel revitalized as soon as it flows into my stomach. Sayori takes my cup, but instead of leaving the room, she sits down on the chair near my bed.
Matty, are you afraid of being left behind? Being all alone in the world?
Huh?
No, never mind. Forgot I said anything. I must be really tired if I'm rambling stuff like this right now.
No, it's a perfectly legit question. I was just put off by how sudden it was. To be honest, I guess I haven't given it much thought. Sure, I would hate to be all alone in the world, but there's no reason for me to fear that since I have you as a friend. We'll always stick together since I know you're dependable.
I don't know about that, but I guess you have no reason to fear being left behind.
Sayori falls silent and turns her head away from me. It's clear that she's hiding something, but I can't imagine what. Sayori, did something happen?
It's nothing. You don't have to worry about it. Just forget I said anything. It's not important you need to worry about right now. Your recovery is more important. I'm an idiot for even bringing that up.
Judging from her voice, she's trying to fight back her tears. She gets up from the chair and starts leaving, still wearing a bright smile on her face. I won't allow this. Sayori, wait! I gather my strength and get out of bed.
Matty, no, get back! You're still too weak!
I ignore her and walk up to her. She shows no sign of running away. She only stands and looks at me with a bewildered expression on her face. Before she can back off, I put my arms around her.
Matty, you big dummy!
Tears start rolling down her face. You know you can trust me. I mean, you've already told me about your depression. She wipes her tears away and looks at me with a calm, serious look on her face.
Matty, please let go of me. You shouldn't waste your time trying to help me solve my own issues.
Her voice is unusually sharp and harsh. Despite this, I defiantly shake my head. I won't do that, Sayori. I won't do that, Sayori. You're... I turn my head away and let out a violent cough before continuing. Like family to me, maybe even more.
Sayori, I'm hungry. If you can stay out of bed, it means we can go downstairs and eat.
Okay, but I want to tell me what's wrong. You to tell me what's wrong. She nods silently.
Okay, but I'm warning you, it's not a happy story.
That's fine by me. If anything, at least sharing it with someone is better than keeping it all to yourself, especially if it's something that bothers you. Isn't that what friends are for? She doesn't reply and merely pushes me away before going downstairs. After making sure she can't see me anymore, I quickly change out of my pajamas and into my casual clothes. And then I head downstairs, my heart pounding for some reason. As soon as I enter my kitchen, I see Sayori sitting by the table. I see fresh slices of bread and 2 boiled eggs lying nearby. Sayori must have bought and prepared them while it was out cold. Her expression is solemn and distant as it seems like she's lost in thought. She doesn't even notice me until I called out to her.
First, let's eat. You need to eat to regain the energy you lost.
All right. Did you prepare all of this?
Yes, I wanted to make breakfast for you.
Feeling touched by her kindness, I quickly dig in and, true to her word, I feel my strength returning. Yeah. Despite my illness, my appetite seems to be unaffected. It's only when I finish eating that I notice Sayori hasn't even touched her share and has been staring at me with a curious expression on her face this whole time. Not hungry?
It's fine, I don't really feel like eating now. Don't worry. Well, I guess there's no way to let me go without learning why I fear abandonment, huh?
I shake my head. I'm here for you, Sayori. If you're unhappy and I know it, how can you expect me to be happy?
You're too kind to me. I don't deserve that.
She closes her eyes and sighs. Then she begins her tale. As she does, her voice sounds cold and emotionless, as if she's reading out a script without putting much thought into the words.
As you know, I've always put others before myself. It's mainly because of my personal beliefs. I don't want to be selfish and hurt others, even if the selfish way seems to be the best way to survive. As I grew up, I had to see so many people perform selfish actions just to make themselves happy. In kindergarten, one of my friends wanted a doll another girl had, so she stole it from her when the girl wasn't watching. I knew what she did, but I kept silent to not betray my friend. I acted selfish because I didn't want to lose someone who was precious to me at the time. Eventually, my friend pinned the blame on me to avoid getting into trouble. The girl she stole from hated me for it, and I could feel how much she hated me. Ever since then, I promised myself that I'd do everything I could to make others around me happy, no matter what. She falls silent and tears start rolling down her face. I try to get up, but she notices this and makes a gesture towards me that makes it clear that she wants me to stay. After a few sobs, she regains her composure and continues her tale. At the age when children attend elementary school, they become selfish. The other kids in my class noticed I couldn't do anything to defend myself, since that would mean hurting them physically or emotionally. So they started to force me to do various favors for them. I did as they told me, since I wanted to make everyone happy. One of them, a boy in my class, seemed to genuinely care about me. He always defended me whenever they lashed out at me if I disappointed them. Eventually, I guess I got a crush on him and devoted myself to making him happy. I would buy him sweets after school and even do his homework instead, no matter how much it tried me out. All to make him happy, since I was secretly, selfishly hoping that he would like me back. It was only after 4 years that I found out he only used me. He never valued me as a person. Once I started to show clear signs of exhaustion, he started to mock me and call me weak and useless. He even spread horrible rumors when I wasn't looking, and slowly but surely destroyed my reputation to the point where I feared going back to school every day. It kind of reminds me of Yuri's story, a bit. Even after I learned what he did behind my back, I couldn't hate him. When he asked me for forgiveness, I forgave him immediately. Jeez, what an asshole. Sayori smiles bitterly and bites her lip. If only he was the only one, and if only the story ended here. One day he announced to me that he got a girlfriend, and who'd have thought it was the same girl whose doll had been stolen. The two of them ganged up on me, telling me such awful things. How I'm not more than a tool, how I don't deserve friends and love, how I'm worthless. They were so persistent, I started to believe them, and still do. After all, this is my fault. If I hadn't been so selfish in my desire to make others happy, then maybe... She breaks down into a series of hysterical sobs. I walk over to her and hug her, letting her cry into me. Sayori, listen to me. I won't abandon you. I'm not like these assholes, or those assholes. I value you as a person, not for what you do, but for who you are. But I'm so scared. What if you end up finding someone better? There really isn't any question of me finding someone better. Even if I did get other friends, I would still never abandon you like that. As for you thinking you're worthless, you're not. Definitely not. You're worth so much to me. And you're much better than you think you are. Isn't the fact that I'm standing here with you proof of that fact? If I haven't abandoned you when you're at your lowest point, you then don't have to worry about me abandoning you in the future. Besides, as someone who's been abandoned by several friends and treated like a walking joke for most of his life, I know how you feel. I feel her grip tighten for a while, and just let her sob into me while I gently stroke her. Eventually, she calms down and sighs. I'm sorry you had to see that. I don't mind. I'm happy now. Now I know more about you, Sayori. I'm happy you're my friend, and helping you makes me as happy as well. I don't know if it's just my imagination or not, but she feels warmer all of a sudden. Thank you. You have no idea how much this means to me. Just know that you're not alone anymore. You don't have to face all your inner demons alone. I see her bright smile return. Okay, I trust you. How weird. What's up? This warmth I feel oddly relieved at having told you. I'm glad you're feeling better. Hey, that's my line! Don't forget I came here to take care of you, not the other way around. Haha, how could I ever forget? But you can talk to me anytime, Sayori, no matter how big or small the problem is. If you have concerns, you know I'm there for you. Like you are for me. I know, and I appreciate that so much, but I'm still afraid. I don't want to be a burden. You were never a burden to me. Since we're in the mood of confessing awkward things, I guess I should mention that without you in my life, I'd be completely alone. Nobody else takes me seriously. I doubt even my parents see me as anything other than a big doofus. but you always take me so seriously and always treat me with respect. I owe you a lot more than I let on, you know? You're too kind. Hey, let's just end this now. I feel like my heart is going to burst if we don't change the topic soon enough. Alright, what do you want to do? Please let me go back to taking care of you. I really enjoy it. I love the feeling of being useful to you. I let out a dejected sigh. Okay, fine. As I go up and am about to leave for my room, she calls out to me. Also, Matty? She smiles at me. Thanks again. Talking to you always makes me feel so happy. I merrily smile in response and head upstairs. The rest of the day goes without any drama. Sayori takes care of me, and even before the day is over, I can already feel my illness getting steadily weaker. Despite the comfort, however, there's a tension between us that wasn't there yesterday. I can't stop thinking about what she told me. When she finally goes home, it's way past midnight, and as I'm about to go to sleep, I realize that I've been a terrible friend to her. I never really paid attention to how much she was really suffering. Sayori, before the darkness of sleep overwhelms me, I promise myself that I'll tell her now how I feel about her tomorrow. So, it's a day of confession, I guess. I open my eyes to see the morning sunlight shining through my curtains. Sayori's caretaking seems to have worked wonders on me, since I don't even need to check my fever to know that while it's not gone yet, it's significantly weaker. I slowly make my way out of bed. My legs feel weak and I feel a little dizzy as I get dressed. I look at the time and figure that Sayori will be arriving any minute now, so I decide to head downstairs and surprise her. Half an hour passes as I make breakfast and wait for Sayori. However, she doesn't show up. I feel anxious as I look at the clock on the wall. She should have been here by now. We even made a promise. Did I push her too far? Did I scare her away with how suddenly I took an interest towards the situation? On the other hand, I know she's pretty clumsy and is prone to oversleeping. Maybe she's getting ready now. Despite my attempts to calm myself down, I can't shake off the feeling of anxiety that has appeared in my stomach. Should I call her, or would that only make me seem clingy? I guess I have to decide that now. Oh, I don't. As I mentally debate with myself, I hear the doorknob turn. But the door doesn't open. I look out through the window and see Sayori standing outside my doorway with a very conflicted look on her face. Why is she hesitating? Does she not want to see me anymore? She is fiddling with the key in her fingers as if she's unsure whether or not it's right for her to open the door. Oh crap. I think I know what the problem is. She must have misinterpreted my words as if they were signs that I'm in love with her, and she clearly doesn't feel that way about me. Oh, I mean, why would she? And why does that line of thought hurt me so much? Could I actually be interested in her? No, that's not possible. I'd have noticed the signs over the course of the many years we've known each other. Besides, the risk would be too high. However, my thoughts get interrupted when she turns her eyes toward me in the windows and sees me looking at her. Her eyes widening in fear, she backs off and runs away. The anxiety inside me takes over my logical thoughts. I grab my coat and rush after her without even looking at the door, locking the door. I run as fast as my weakened legs can take me, but it's not enough. Between my terrible stamina and Sayori being much faster than her looks would suggest, the distance between us only widens. At this rate, I'll lose her. I'm filled with fear-induced adrenaline at the thought of possibly losing my only friend without even knowing why I lost her, and start using whatever resources inside me to run faster. As she reaches the middle of the road, Sayori hears my wheezing, turns her head and sees me running after her. Her eyes widen in shock. The gap between us closes until she's right in front of me. Why? I gasp and my eyes also widen. However, they don't widen from seeing Sayori stop, but from the large truck that's coming toward her at full speed. No?
At this rate, even if it sees her and the driver pulls the brakes, she won't escape unscathed, even if she doesn't move out of the way right now. Sayori, look out! Gathering all the energy left in me, I pounce like a cougar and tackle her out of the way. I use my own body as a cushion for her. The truck passes by, missing both of us by a few inches. I slowly open my eyes to see Sayori lying on top of me. She's conscious and unhurt, but still shocked. Upon realizing we're both safe, she gets off me without saying a single word. She tries to run away again, but I grab her hand and shake my head. Please don't run away. She says nothing, but her expression tells me she won't resist anymore. Let's go somewhere less dangerous. Her whole body trembles, and as does mine. I've never been more terrified in my entire life. For a second there, I thought I'd permanently lost my only friend. When we're next to her house, I stop and let go of her hand. Sayori, what happened? Why did you run away like that? You could have been killed. Do you have any idea how scared I was? I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know how to act after what you said yesterday. How am I worth so much to you? It scares me. I'm not used to it, and I don't want people to care about and value me, but at the same time, I'm more afraid of losing you than I am of dying. I grab her by the shoulders and look her right in the eyes. Why are you so afraid of losing me when I've told you time and time again that you won't lose me? Please, don't be afraid to tell me. She clenches her fists and tears start rolling down her cheeks. Okay, fine. The thing is, for the longest time, I have had feelings for you, Matty. I stare at her stupefied. All I can do is blink. That's why I came over yesterday. I wanted to see you and take care of you. I didn't really do it for you. I was selfish and I did it too. You feel... What? I never knew. Nothing could have ever prepared me for this. I'm sorry, I'll just leave. I promise you'll never see me again. You're too good for me. I've always felt that way about you to some extent, ever since you repaired my stuffed toy when we were kids. When you were the only kid in the whole school who was nice to me. But for the last few weeks, my feelings for you have gotten even stronger than they were before. Sayori, that's why I asked you to join the literature club. I wanted a reason to spend more time with you. But then, I started to worry. I know I'm not good enough. And besides, there are so many girls in the literature club, and all of them are better than me. Please, just forget I said anything. I don't want to lose you. If I can be with you in a romantic way, at least I don't want to lose you as a friend, if I can't be. I pull her into a hug. Sorry, Sayori. Sayori, I've never felt happier. I feel the same way about you. What? Seriously? I nod. It's hard to describe, but lately she's become more and more important to me. When she said she had feelings for me, it made me feel happier than normal. I look her in the eyes. I've made up my mind about this. Whatever happens, happens. Sayori, you've always been special to me, but lately I think I've started to notice that my feelings for you go beyond regular friendship. Matty, Will you please go out with me? Sayori gasps and stares at me, dumbfounded. Sayori? I'd love to, but are you sure you want this? I mean, I don't want you to do something you'll regret. Aw. To prove how I feel, I pull her into a deep hug. She returns it and holds me so tight that it almost hurts a little. She's clearly afraid to let go of me, just like I'm scared to let go of her. I feel her tears run down my neck and I stroke her back, letting her cry all her anxiety out. Before I know it, I feel my own eyes getting watery. Believe me, I want this. I think I've always felt this way too. I just was too dense to realize it. Sayori, I failed to finish my sentence before I, too, break down sobbing. And so the two of us silently hold each other. The only sound that escapes from us both is our muffled sobs and frantic breathing. As I pull her closer, I can practically feel how fast her heart is beating. Both of us are trembling, both from fear and anticipation. Come to think of it, how did I not notice these signs until now? Sayori made me feel something completely different from what anyone else made me feel. I'd always written it off as friendship, but it seems I was underestimating my feelings. No, not underestimating, I misunderstood them completely. The shock of what just nearly happened was what finally made me realize what I really feel towards her.
This is too much for me to handle. I'm both happy and scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's weird to explain, but I'm happy because I'm so scared. I think I'm scared of love.
Same here. Sayori, I'll ask you this. Will you be my girlfriend? Sayori looks up at me with teary eyes.
I want to, but I can't. Not with how I feel about myself. If I don't love myself, how can I ever expect any relationship to end well? Even so, I don't want this moment to end.
An idea suddenly forms in my head. How about this then? Why don't we try to be in an informal relationship?
Informal relationship?
I nod and smile. I mean, we try to be in a relationship and are more than just friends, but progress slower than normal. We can do it at a pace a pace we're both comfortable with. Now that I know, I don't think I want to forget.
Me neither. But please, I hope you know what you are getting into. I mean, I'm really high maintenance, so to speak.
as am I. But honestly, I don't mind. If it's you, I don't mind. I stroke her cheek and wipe her tears away. Call me weird, but I enjoy being able to help you. If I can make you smile, I'll be happy to maintain when needed.
Wow. I don't know what this feeling is.
Her tears start trickling down her face again, but this time she smiles.
I've never been happier. I love you, Matty.
Hearing those words escape her mouth, directed at me, makes me feel a warm and fuzzy feeling inside. My whole body is heating up. I press her closer to me. Holding her like this feels so good. I love you too, Sayori. And I won't let you down, no matter how rough this ride gets. Sayori says nothing and merely cries in silence. Once she's done crying, she raises her head and looks me in the eyes. I see her close her eyes and move her face closer to mine. Jeez, I close my eyes and meet her halfway, feeling her lips on mine. Her lips are so soft, if a little wet, and she presses so gently, it feels as if she is afraid it'll crumble to dust if she pushes too hard. I return the gesture. I feel so warm. This feeling can only be love. Only when I open my eyes does it start dawning on me that I've just had my first kiss. And it's with Sayori, the girl who I've always cared for as more than just a friend, and who has been by my side since the beginning. Wow, that felt so good. Her voice is barely louder than a whisper. It sounds different now. It's more tender and gentle than usual.
Matty, I know I might not be the best choice for you, but I'll try my very best to be the perfect partner for you.
I shake my head. No, please don't try. I notice my own voice is also lower. Only want her to hear my words. Or only want her to hear my words. I run my right hand through her hair. I love you as you are.
Why?
Because you're the only one I fell in love with. I don't want you to try to be perfect, because nobody is. Though, knowing you, you're too stubborn and we'll try, huh? She laughs heartedly.
It's like you're finally getting me after all these years. I'll do anything for you, Matty. Anything to make you happy. To repay you for making me feel this way. As I hold her in my arms, I realize that I really am in love with her. And I'm so happy that someone as wonderful as her is in love with me. How can I ever make her feel as happy as I am feeling now? Just promise me one thing. What is it? Please, let's not keep any secrets from each other anymore. To my surprise, Sayori nods. Okay, I promise you. Just promise me one thing as well, Matty. I nod and take her hand into mine. They are so warm and clammy. Anything. Please, don't go. Ever. Even when you find someone better than me. I hold her tightly and whisper gently into her ear. Don't worry, I'm not even going to look in any girl's direction. And besides, I don't think anyone can compare to you. You've always been there for me, and I want to be with you, nobody else. I love you so much. Nobody has ever said such kind and sweet things to me before. She suddenly gasps. Oh no, I completely forgot that you're still sick. Don't worry about it. I don't think I've ever felt better. Are you sure? I mean, I still took the day off so I could take care of you. As I nod, I get another idea. I still want to spend time with I still want to spend the day with you. I feel the same. Is that all right with you? I mean, if you want time to process what just happened, I understand. And she merrily kisses me to shut me up. I've been dreaming of this day for so many years. I wish to spend every moment with you. If you let me, that is. I kiss her back and make it very clear that I want to spend the day with her. What would you like to do, though? I don't really care as long as it's something I do together with you. I feel the same way. Though we should probably find something to do. How about going to the park? That sounds lovely. We break apart and start walking towards the bus stop. However, partway through, Sayori suddenly stops. Sayori, are you alright? Hearing the concern in my voice, she merely smiles a gentle smile. I'm fine. It just hit me that this is the first thing we're doing as a couple. Don't stress yourself. We can take it as slow as you want. I know. I'm just excited, I guess. Me too. I'm excited and a little nervous. I don't want to mess up on the first day. Well, let's go so we don't miss the bus. She nods and we walk side by side. I notice that at some point we start holding hands. I feel my cheeks heat up. I enjoy holding hands with her. And that is how our time together as a couple begins. Perfect. Perfect! What else is there to say? This is what I wanted out of this route. I mean, I kind of expected it to happen, to be honest. But still, this is just great. And it's also a great point to leave this episode here to this wonderful music again. I'll never stop saying that. Don't even try telling me that. Okay, so this was probably, to sum it up, the day of confession. I mean, kind of weird. She almost died again, but this time it wasn't on purpose or something. She almost got run over by a truck, but I could save her. Thanks to me, I'm a superhero. Jesus. But yeah, we are officially a couple now. And this is just, as I said, all that I wanted. And now we're at the park, probably having our first date or something. And that first date we will cover in the next episode. And I'll see you all tomorrow.